Hello everyone, it's Old Guardian here, and in this video I am extremely proud to present finally my adventureless Dragon Hunter deck. People have often been asking me about Dragon Hunter and okay, can I do it without adventure cards? I don't have the adventure. What about I don't have Rottennest Drake? Can it be done? And I've always said no, I don't think it can be done. I built a semi-budget list earlier that didn't have the legendaries in it, but it still had the adventure cards and the Stormhammer. But after playing around with this archetype, I was finally able to come up with this one. It costs 1400 dust, and granted, it is not quite as good as the deck would be with Rottennest Drake, but this is perfectly playable. I went on a 7-2 run with this, and it just seemed to work really nicely. And I was really happy with the way these replacements worked. So the final key pieces were Evasive Worm instead of Rottennest Drake, and Animal Companion instead of the Frenzied Fellwing. And then you have this. It's not a Face Hunter, it's able to go for a little bit longer game than a Face Hunter. With Face Hunter you just win or lose very quickly, so this gives you a bit more time to play and a bit more ability to actually make plays, play the game, than what Face Hunter does. It still can't go for a very long game, so you still have to try to be aggressive and end the game during the mid game. You can't play a long control game with this, but you can also defend against aggro decks a little bit, because you have stuff like Corrosive Breath and Dwarven Sharpshooter in this. So overall a pretty fun deck to play, even as a budget version. As for the mulligans with this deck, on the budget version, mulligans a little bit more aggressively, you pull for a little bit harder mulligan than with a full cost version. Because that's like Eaglehorn Bow, but you don't want to keep Eaglehorn Bow. It's not a Stormhammer. So you really look for that Face Stalker, that Blazing Battle Mage. Then Dwarven Sharpshooter if you're up against aggro, so that you can defend yourself a little bit better. Or Fairy Dragon if you're up against control. Or Rogue and you want to push. So the mulligan is a bit more aggressive towards the 1 and 2 drops, and never really keeping those a little bit more expensive cards that you sometimes do when you're playing a full cost version of the deck. If you're looking for ways to improve the deck, then this is a version that I played a lot last season, and it's really good. I mean, it's almost as good as the full cost version. You can perfectly play this within Legend, pretty high even. You need the Adventure for Rottennest Drake and Frenzied Fellwing, and then you need the Stormhammer. Those are the key improvements that you want to do to the deck. So if you want to improve this archetype, these are the first things you go for. The Stormhammer and then the Adventure. And then if you want to work your way to the full cost version, then you add Leroy, Dragonbane, Snake Trap, a couple of other expensive cards. But these expensive cards don't give you nearly the performance boost that you get from Rottennest Drake and Stormhammer. So those are clearly the priority, and these are just some finishing touches that you can go for later on. If you enjoy this content, you can support the channel by joining as a subscriber or member on YouTube, and joining as a follower or subscriber on Twitch. And now, let's go take a look at the adventureless Dragon Hunter in action. Then I guess you also need to replace the Stormhammer. Stormhammer if you really go for that. And that seems like an awfully high price to pay to me. But I'm intrigued whether it would be possible. So that's why we're going in. And seeing whether it can be done or not. I have thought that it's not possible to do. That's my belief. But I'm not certain. And this is the only dragon I have in hand to activate the Scale Rider, so I'm probably coining out the Animal Companion next turn. Animal Companion is one of those additions that I put into this deck. Ah, I hit the Leok. The weakest one for this purpose. We'll see. Mage shouldn't be able to do much on tree.
I see a vision in flames.
Okay, Mage is able to do something on tree. Now Mage has 2 discovered spells, and obviously these are going to be defensive spells. Oh dear. Well, I want to get rid of that one. So I can start pushing face. But will this be enough? I'm kind of scared. Mage is getting more mana. Reno, Zephyrus. Oh, come on, there was a Zephyrus. That's so good. That's for Shadow Word Pain, right? To kill the Leok. That's what I believe will happen anyway. Shadow Word Pain for that. Well, okay, well, something to kill the Leok. Anyway. I can use the tracking now. Because I'm going to do Sharpshooter and kill that Zephyrus. Well, I could also now get the Scale Rider. Yeah, I think I want that. They could beat Celiax next turn, of course. But this applies more pressure. It's important to try to get some pressure going. If there's a Celiax now, then that's obviously really bad for me. Okay, it's another mage with a perfect draw. Okay, well I can shoot at Celiax and I can develop the Fairy Dragon. And then I can hope that there is no Reno at least. Reno is absolutely stunning here. Blizzard would also be good.
Ready for a show.
Okay, or that one into a Flame Strike, or... If he doesn't get taunts, then maybe there's still... Oh. Okay. Oh, that's going to give me the freezing trap. Yeah, make the Dragon Caster more expensive, that's the way it goes. I want to shoot that one down. But I need to try to keep pushing. Dragon Caster cannot be replayed immediately. There's at least that. But Mage has had so many good tools already. It's very, very difficult to recover from this. He could have like Siamat here, if he has absolute nuts. Or the Reno. Both of those would do nicely. Well, he doesn't have the Reno because he would not have played the Dragon Caster Power of Creation if he had Reno. He just doesn't want to let me have another freezing trap. Okay. Two random minions. Hi, Kovatski. I have had hard time against these mages. They seem to always have the right tools. Now I have just 5 damage here. If I play the Animal Companion and I roll Misha, I cannot kill the Doomsayer. Next turn he can replay the Dragon Caster again. But I need to use the Eaglehorn Bow, I think. Because if I roll Misha, I will lose the board. I'm not ready to lose this board. Let's pull the other freezing trap. He can now replay the Dragon Caster though. If he has found another good spell. We don't know. He might not have another good spell there.
Ready for a show.
There are not that many cards. Gets a Rush minion. Well, that's going to get frozen back. And it will give me a weapon charge. Okay. Let's see what I can do with this. A Leok. So this would be 7, 10, 12, 14 damage. I have the option to kill Toki. He can play the Spark Drill back if he likes. Is killing Togi good? I don't think it necessarily is good. Discover a dragon. Do I need the Veronas or do I need the Crowd Roaster? The Roaster seems kind of fine. I'll take the Roaster. I'll go face with everything. Let's put the Mage down to 8. I know there's a Conjurer's Calling in hand. But 6 drops are not very likely to be good. If there's a Flame Strike, it clears. If there's a Blizzard, it almost clears. If there's a Reno, it's one off from clearing. It clears with the ping. Ping plus Reno clears. Ping first so that you ensure that Fairy Dragon can be cleared. Okay, plenty of card draw there. I have the Crowd Roaster just so that I can kill this Taunt. I have a Face Stalker here, alright. Never want the secrets. Against the Rogue, I probably will not play this against Rogue anymore unless I can activate it immediately. I have sometimes tried that, but it seems to fail on regular basis. No 1-drop. This is the only dragon though. So that's a little awkward, of course. And there is the cat. Oh no, drew a freezing trap, that's bad. I have the option to Corrosive Breath the cat. Rogue didn't keep any cards, so any other cards than this one. So there might not be Seal Fate in hand. I think I will just hero up over here. The alternative was to Corrosive Breath the cat. But like if he daggers up now, then the next thing I will do is play Scale Rider next turn. Okay, it's a Highlander Rogue. So this gives him like Wild Growth, Animal Companion kind of things. So Scale Rider kills that one now. Because I didn't have a board, so I think it gives him Wild Growth style of things. Not sure. Will there be a combo going on here? Yes, there will. That's an Eviscerate. Yep. So, Face Stalker for a freezing trap isn't that great now that the Pharaoh Cat is still alive. That's a bit of a downside. This remains my only dragon, but I have a tracking to find more dragons potentially. There's still the matter of him having the Reborn minion. I was kind of hoping I would kill that with the Breath, but I might also do Breath here and play the Fairy Dragon, which he might not be able to deal with. What did he get from Zephyrs? I thought it would offer like Brightwing, Animal Companion, Wild Growth style of stuff on an empty board, but I'm not certain. Next turn we're probably looking at Face Stalker, Blazing Battle Mage, Hero Power. But what kind of turn the Rogue has? How many minions? It's really important to know how many minions. Just one minion for now. That's exactly what I want to happen. Oh, now we'd also have the bow. No, not the time to play bow yet. It's this one and Hero Power and hit face. Leave the Reborn mech in place. Because I'll get the freezing trap. So he can't magnetize Celiax on that. That one goes back. What does the rogue find then? He probably kills the face stalker, but luckily I have no use for the face stalker anyway. Another trekking. I could try to freeze the flick. Or I could not use the freezing yet, just push 10 to the face. I'll try to freeze the flick. I can use the first tracking now. I don't have any dragons in hand. I might be able to find one. Then it's better than having a life drinker. I'll probably be able to find a dragon. I'll let go of the life drinkers. Bow, secret, push face. Okay. I will probably lose to Ziliax, but I might be able to win against other things. I get the bow charge from that. Zephyrus has been used. Zephyrus isn't giving weapon removal. There was a Ziliax. Ouch, that's really painful. There's a small upside with the corrosive breath. So I can use another tracking now. What do I pick? Bunch of options here. These are all actually options. Even the sharpshooter is kind of an option. Primordial Explorer. At missed 2 damage. Faving is better, right? Corrosive Breath at Ziliax. Get the Faving on the board. Push this damage in. I could have set him to 5 if I didn't play the minion. Maybe that was a crucial mistake. But with Zephyrus gone and Ziliax gone, there should be no more healing. Not quite lethal yet, but we're getting close. Scale Rider will not be active once I play the Evasive Worm. What if he has Galakrond in hand? I guess we're going to find out. I guess we're going to find out very soon. I need to push in this damage now. Put the Rogue down to 2. Rogue has to heal now. And Zephyrus and Ziliax are gone. He has to heal now without Zephyrus or Ziliax. Okay, 2 random dragons. Is either of those healing? Nosari, Alexstrasza, Embescale Drake. They are not. We take that one too. I don't think I can. The fires. The fires are here. Rawr. So we're in a mirror. Cool. I'm fine with that. Nothing but a bunch of big bears. I think I'll shoot that one down now. Of course, if he has a fairy dragon. But if he had a fairy dragon, he would have traded and played the fairy dragon. He actually has a fairy dragon, but he didn't want to play it. That's not right. Okay, what can we roll from this one? Leok. Fine, I can trade the fairy. I don't think that was correct. Unless the fairy dragon was the only dragon in hand, then maybe. But even then, it wasn't. It just wasn't correct. It just simply wasn't correct. What can I say? It was just wrong. So I want to get a freezing trap out here. Start punching face. Hopefully trap the Primordial Explorer. Yep. Now this is good. This is now very, very good. I can get another freezing trap out there next. Do I want the Sharpshooter and the Fairy Dragon? Or do I want just the Primordial Explorer? I mean, I have a Leok out here for the time being, which kind of makes a whiteboard better. I even have the option to protect my freezing trap by trading into the big old whelp. That'd be 5 damage spent there. It's not the time to trade yet. It's time to hit face. There's a time to trade and there's a time to hit face. There's time to get aggressive. Okay. And that one straight back. Phew. Okay, then I need to think. Because I have 9 damage here. But is it better for me to trade this board away? And push 6 to the face now. Put him down to 13. Yeah, I think that's better. Evasive Worm time. Kill that one. This one kills that one. And these are going to the dome. Push him down to 13. Maintain a big board presence. Whoa. I just go for that Fairy Dragon, for that Battle Mage, for that Face Stalker. Let's get the good cards. I would love to coin out this one. Then I don't have a play for the following turn. It's fine. We're still going for that, because this is what Rogue hates. He has to take 9 from that, probably. He needs to start face tanking it now. Well, this is interesting. Because I have the option to set up the freezing trap now. Or hero power. Which one do I do? I'll set up the freezing trap. That was a really difficult decision. Because the alternative, pushing more damage to the face, is pretty good. But I was thinking that maybe I won't have time for that. Push. You can freeze your Miscreant if you like. I'm fine with that. Although I guess then he will be able to play the 2/2 rush. And use that to kill my Fairy Dragon. But that still gave me the bow charge. So I'm still fine with that, because I got the bow charge. And that allows me to keep pushing. The Fairy Dragon wasn't the be-all end-all. Just one piece in the toolkit. There are other pieces. He might be able to find Taunt Lackeys. I'd be a little bit annoyed if he does. Not sure I really like the Misha, but I guess that's what we go for now. I still want to see if I can get a bow charge and actually use it. The alternative was to push face now, put him down to 9. But I didn't see the path to end the game from there. I thought I might still need to hit him twice. Misha itself is irrelevant, I don't care about Misha. The taunt lackey is the only thing that matters. So if I push 5 now, or if he has Togwago, well, he still can't get to play the secret immediately. So I want to push 5 now, and I want to discover a dragon, right? Alternatively, I'll use Life Drinker now. I push 8, put him down to 4. And next turn I try to draw. Life Drinker would be mana efficient now. I think that's what I need here. Let's put the Rogue down to 4. I still have the Sharpshooter to kill out Ziliax if this goes into that sort of play. If there's a Ziliax right here, right now. If there's no Ziliax, then down to 4 means that there are so many top decks that can win the game. Okay, well that healed him for 5. That can be useful. And gave him a free card. I need to find a way to deal 9 damage. And Ammo Companion isn't quite lethal yet. Vigor Whelp will help me draw a card. And I can push 5, put him down to 4. Then it's again the question if there's Ziliax or not. Well, actually, this is 33% lethal, because Huffer is lethal. It's better to do that now. Do I have enough time to draw next turn? His chance to get a Taunt Lackey also increases. Let's roll Huffer. Okay, I didn't roll Huffer. Well, I just don't have enough mana to draw and play Corrosive Breath and Hero Power, which would all be needed for lethal, assuming there's no healing. Because the Rogue can push back. But I have to be a little bit concerned about that possibility. But now I don't have to give him anything that he can Ziliax into. Right? But he can have Kronks. Kronks can heal him another 5. So I need to play some Primordials. Can't get use of the spell damage, no. Okay, can the Rogue heal or can the Rogue deal 18 from hand? Those are the Rogue's options. If he has Kronks or Ziliax, he can heal. That can give him Kronks or Ziliax. It has to be the wand, right? But his hand is so full. He can only draw 2. One's going to be burned. One of those 2 has to be Kronks or Ziliax. And they aren't. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the show, please click the like button and subscribe to my channel for more.